Lots of fun theories continue to surround Liv Morgan, so we'll see what's new there. We'll also check out the big news for the Bloodline, Zelina Vega, and more. Starting things off with Liv Morgan because this fan theory is pretty interesting and makes a lot of sense. So recently we went over Liv's cryptic backstage picture in which she had Dominik's purple bandana tucked into her pocket, which could be alluding to a series of different things. And also deep in the background of these Liv Morgan pictures were strong purple lights, and the Rhea Ripley production truck was close by as well. Obviously, the main message that Liv Morgan wants to get across there is the purple bandana that we previously covered. She wants it to be seen and wants people to wonder how she got it. But the other interesting thing we didn't previously cover in great detail was the strong purple lights in the background of Liv Morgan's pictures. The purple light obviously being a reference to the Judgment Day. No matter if they're in their backstage lair or even cutting a backstage promo, there's always a heavy purple theme and purple light itself in the background of those segments. Even just a few short weeks before Rhea Ripley first joined the Judgment Day, her inclusion in the group was first hinted at by a massively purple bright light beaming behind her during a backstage segment. Fast forward a few weeks after that, and that hint turned out to be true, as Rhea Ripley joined the group. And Rhea Ripley first joined the Judgment Day by turning heel on no other than Liv Morgan herself. And during those first few weeks and months of being in the Judgment Day, Rhea Ripley invited Liv Morgan into the Judgment Day, but Liv constantly denied the invite of the group because joining them obviously means giving up some of her morals and turning heel. So Liv was never interested in joining, even though Rhea was constantly inviting. So fast forward to current day, and what if Liv Morgan finally came to her senses and decided to join the Judgment Day? Well, if Liv joins the group, things could be interesting now, because instead of her joining and reuniting with Rhea Ripley, she might actually be wanting to replace Rhea Ripley out of the group completely. And the seeds for Liv Morgan joining the group could be this secretive relationship with Dominik Mysterio. Clearly something is forming there between Liv and Dominik. Whether it's a friendship or something more than that, they definitely have something forming there. And again, this could all be leading up to some part of an evil scheme from Liv Morgan. Maybe she has no actual interest in Dominik Mysterio or the Judgment Day, but she put this entire plan together with the sole intention of stinging Rhea Ripley even more. Sting Rhea extra hard by taking the title off of her, taking Dominik away from her, and quite literally taking her spot in the Judgment Day. So maybe we'll see Liv and Dominik take their relationship from private to public, with Liv eventually telling him that she wants to be introduced to the rest of the group. And the idea of Liv joining the Judgment Day through Dominik would also be a big payoff to a little storyline Dominik has had going on for several weeks now. Dominik has tried introducing several new superstars to join and help the Judgment Day over the last few weeks, but every single suggestion he made was rejected. So what if Dominik was to suggest the idea of Liv helping out and hanging around the group? What if Damian Priest actually approves it? It would be pretty weird though for Damian to accept Liv into the group, considering that he knows what she did to Rhea. But at the same time, Dominik is extremely aware of what Liv did to Rhea because he was actually there in the moment itself. And that's not stopping him from talking to Liv. So it's definitely an interesting dynamic going on there. The group gave Rhea Ripley an emotional goodbye when she was leaving to recover from her injury. But what if they turn around now and just accept Liv Morgan into the group? And the second they accept her in, Liv's masterful scheme and revenge tour on Rhea Ripley is complete. At that point, she would literally have taken everything from Rhea Ripley, setting up another exciting return scenario for Rhea Ripley, where she can return for revenge on not only Liv Morgan, but against the rest of the Judgment Day as well for turning their backs on her and allowing Liv Morgan into the group. So it's very intriguing to see if this could be Liv's true plans all along, or if it's something that could still happen along the way. But it looks like it'll be decision time soon for Dominik Mysterio. Either go with Liv Morgan or wait patiently for Rhea Ripley to come back. A massive update to the Bloodline's immediate future just came out. This info coming from WrestleVotes. They claim that the delay in Jacob Fatu's WWE debut is related to the fact that WWE is trying to establish Solo Sikoa as the unquestionable #1 option in the Bloodline before bringing in Jacob. Apparently, there's some fear and worry that Jacob Fatu will outshine Solo Sikoa with his presence and performance. Jacob was supposed to make his WWE debut several weeks ago, but it was canceled at the last second, and this report here appears to be the related reason why. They want to give Solo Sikoa some more time without Jacob being in there, in order for Solo to establish as the new top dog in the Bloodline. Bringing in Jacob so quickly after Solo just gained control of the family looks like it was a situation they were fearful of because of that reason given by WrestleVotes. So, there's no word on Jacob's new debut date, but if this report is true, it seems like we won't see Jacob until Solo Sikoa is absolutely built up and established as a Roman Reigns tier sort of presence and character. The second Solo Sikoa has that aura and presence to him, and he can't be challenged by Jacob. It looks like that's when Jacob will be introduced as potentially the new enforcer of the Bloodline. So it's an interesting rumor and reason for the delay, but you can see where they're coming from, and it does make sense. They want to make sure it's fully clear that Solo's calling all the shots as the new leader before bringing in such a powerful presence like Jacob. So the wait for Jacob continues, but at the same time, the hype and anticipation for his debut also continues to grow. Zelina Vega recently appeared on WWE's The Bump, and she very subliminally called out WWE for missing a big opportunity with her at Backlash 2023. This was, of course, the homecoming event for Zelina Vega that took place at Puerto Rico, where she had a championship match against Rhea Ripley. Zelina had this to say when looking back at the event, quote, "It feels like a missed opportunity. It feels that should have been the rocket. That should have been the moment that I continued and went on to continue to fight Rhea. Of course, we got split. I think that's what messed us up. The brand split. We had to do the draft, and they went to Raw, and we went to Smackdown. That's when everything kind of changed, because I was to tunnel vision. Everything was so there. And then it slipped out of my hands. It just felt like constantly we're dropping the ball with Zelina. Constantly, it's a thing where I'm fighting to try and get something, to get a silver of something. I'm salivating over the title all the time, and yet I'm always put in this position where it's so close, but yet so far. That should have been it. That should have been the moment, but it wasn't, and it keeps bringing me now to these opportunities that almost was." End quote. So Zelina looks back at spring 2023 and feels that should have been the moment for WWE to go all in on her and make her a world champion, but that didn't happen. And Zelina is right. She hasn't had any major feuds since that Backlash program with Rhea Ripley. So maybe now that Zelina is back on Raw, maybe she can find herself even more opportunities after this fresh draft change. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.